spent years thinking I was doing everything right. I tracked my calories, made sure to eat low-fat foods, followed the 6 small meals a day rule, and pushed myself in the gym to burn off whatever I ate. But no matter how hard I tried, something wasn't working. I was constantly hungry. My energy would crash in the afternoon, and despite all my efforts, my body wasn't changing the way I expected. I felt stuck, frustrated, like my body was working against me. Then one day, I had a conversation that changed everything. I was scrolling through podcasts looking for anything that could explain why my approach wasn't working. That's when I found an episode featuring David Wood, a mindset and performance expert who had a way of breaking things down in a way I had never heard before. He wasn't just talking about nutrition, he was talking about how we think about nutrition, and how so many of us have been following rules that were never based on real science. And that was my first wake-up call. So much of what we believe about health and fitness isn't even true. One of the biggest myths I had believed was that all calories are equal. That losing weight was just about eating less and burning more. But as David explained, the body doesn't work like a simple math equation. Calories from sugar affect your metabolism differently than calories from protein or fat. Hormones, nutrient density, and food quality all matter more than just the number of calories you eat. Then there was the idea that eating fat makes you fat. For years I avoided butter, oils, and anything that wasn't labeled low fat, convinced that cutting fat was the key to staying lean. But that myth had caused more damage than I realized. Healthy fats are essential not just for weight management, but for brain function, hormone balance, and even energy levels. Cutting them out had actually been making my cravings worse and my metabolism slower. And what about snacking? I had spent years believing that eating every few hours was necessary to keep my metabolism from slowing down. But the truth? That constant snacking was keeping my insulin levels elevated all day long, making fat burning nearly impossible. When I finally gave my body a break through intermittent fasting and meal timing strategies, everything changed. The hardest myth to let go of? The belief that you can out-exercise a bad diet. I had spent years thinking that as long as I worked out hard enough, I could eat whatever I wanted. But no amount of cardio could undo the impact of processed foods, sugar spikes, and poor recovery habits. Once I started prioritizing real whole foods and dialing in my nutrition, I saw more progress in a few months than I had in years of training. If any of this resonates with you, if you've ever felt frustrated by your progress and wondered if there's something you're missing, you need to hear this conversation. In this episode, Joseph Navarro interviews David Wood, where they break down the biggest nutrition myths and what you should actually be focusing on to see real results. You can listen to the full episode on our website at burnitnutrition.com/podcast113 or on iTunes and Spotify under Burn It Nutrition. And before you go, let's talk about something that has completely changed my energy levels and performance hydration. Most people don't realize that drinking more water isn't enough. Electrolyte balance is the key to preventing fatigue, improving focus, and keeping your body running optimally. That's why I use Element Electrolytes every day. No sugar, no artificial additives, just the right balance of sodium, potassium, and magnesium. Right now, Element is offering a free sample pack with any purchase. Just go to drinkelement.com/burnit to grab yours. You don't have to keep spinning your wheels, following outdated nutrition advice that isn't working. Listen to the full episode now at burnitnutrition.com/podcast113 and start fueling your body the right way.